Hello everyone, I'm Wolfgang Gray with Gray's Horizons. I hope you're doing well today. If you like this video, please remember to hit like and subscribe. So I want to tell you something I wish someone had told me, not as advice, but as truth. Everyone talks about FOMO, the fear of missing out. But what most people mean by that, it's not fear, it's panic. It's emotion hijacking logic. It's seeing a crowd run towards something and thinking, if I don't go now, I'll be left behind forever. So people jump in. They buy something they don't understand. They follow a trend they don't research. They mimic behavior they don't believe in. That's not fear of missing out. That's fear of not belonging, fear of not keeping up. It's the kind of fear that makes you stupid. I've lived that. I remember hearing about Bitcoin when it was around 20 bucks. It sounded interesting, but I didn't study it, didn't ask questions. I didn't bother to learn. I just said to myself, maybe I'll buy it later when the price drops. It didn't drop. When it went over 100, I said the same thing. I'll wait for it to come back down. But I hadn't done any work to understand it. I was just reacting, not thinking. In 2018, I finally bought a little, not because I believed in it, but because I wanted to gamble on some altcoin I barely understood. I'd taken technical analysis courses. I knew better, but I didn't apply any of it. I was chasing returns. I wanted a win, so I could go back to my good job, buy a few things, and feel like I'd hacked the system. But the system wasn't broken. It was working exactly as designed, and I was the one being used. The truth is, I didn't want freedom back then. I wanted convenience. I wanted ease. I was hoping for a shortcut to let me stay asleep in a world I hadn't chosen. Then something happened. In 2020, I watched people hand over what little liberty they had left without a second thought. I felt like I was watching a Twilight Zone episode in real time. And that's when I realized what I had really been missing out on. Not Bitcoin, not money. It was my life. I'd spent years inside systems I didn't choose, trading time for stability, security, acceptance, and letting the years pass as if I had an infinite supply. I had been afraid of missing out on stuff when I should have been afraid of missing out on who I was meant to become. That's the real FOMO. And if you're going to carry one kind of fear with you in life, let it be that one. Let it be the fear of dying with your best work still inside you. The fear of letting time, not truth, decide your future. The fear of being handed tools, knowledge, opportunity, and walking away because the crowd said, wait. Because now I hear people calling AI slop, just like they called Bitcoin a scam. And I get that instinct to mock what you don't understand. But this is another $20 Bitcoin moment, and you don't get many of those in a lifetime. AI isn't perfect. It makes mistakes, but it's already good, and it's getting better exponentially. This isn't a toy. It's a turning point. If you dismiss it without learning it, that's not skepticism. It's surrender. So here's what I'll leave you with. Don't chase every wave that comes along. Don't FOMO into something just because it's loud. But do take a hard look at your life. Ask yourself what you were built for, what you're avoiding, what you're postponing. And if you feel something deep in your gut, not anxiety, but urgency, that says, I'm supposed to be more than this. That's the fear of missing out you should listen to. Don't run from it. Let it move you. Let it wake you up. Because once you do, you won't need the crowd. You'll know exactly where you're going.